Welcome everybody, it's Tractorchute here for another Friday challenge. In the upper left hand corner, playing as the red Terran, it is going to be Symbols. Symbols will be playing as the red Terran. In the bottom right hand corner, it is the blue Terran. It is Barcode. The submitter of this game, going to be Marauders. Going to be Marauders combined with either Battlecruisers or Thors. We will soon find out, or straight Marauders, whatever he chooses to do so. Barcode will be the man of the game here. He has got himself mining away here. Meanwhile, the opponent's doing the exact same thing, believe it or not. Taking a look at the good old production tab, it is just workers coming out here. We do have ourselves a whopping 15 to 8. Not looking too bad there. And we do have the first supply depot going down at the other end of the map for Barcode. He is going to put that right around his mineral line, so not electing to do the standard wall off, but his opponent will do so. Symbols will start the standard wall. And we will get this baby macroed up for a little bit here. I will tell you, next Friday challenge, I got a little bit of an idea. It's going to be two of them. I have one of them, which is going to be a fairly simple one for everybody. It's going to be a little bit of a competition. And then the second one will be the hardest one I've come up with yet. And it is going to be one only for the elite players. I keep saying that. I'm trying to make them harder and harder. This one I heard was pretty hard. So we will see what I come up with for this Friday challenge. Like I say, I'm going to have a decent competition one, which anybody could do. And then a super hard challenge as well. You can submit either one you want. They'll all get casted next Friday here. In the meantime, there we are getting that barracks out for a good amount of Symbols, and we got a gas at the other end for Barcode, so nice early gas for him, realizing he does need that to get any sort of unit out for this build of his Marauders. I would have to imagine will be the first one we see out as the barracks is slowly finishing up here. And then, like I say, he could build Thors or Battlecruisers if he chooses to do so. Gas does go down the other end for Symbols. Very well done. Nobody's scouting as of yet. I can tell you Barcode was bronze. This is Akhlon Waste. His opponent of Symbols was not ranked in this game here. And he will finish off that wall off, so very well done there. Big UFC fight on tomorrow, which should be fairly interesting. Can't wait to see that baby come out. It is Bones Jones versus, I believe, Gustafsson, or what the hell his name is there. So it should be pretty decent. I will be watching that tomorrow night. So if anybody else is watching it as well, give me your predictions. I got to give it to Bones Jones, but then again, this will be his toughest opponent in my opinion, so it should be fairly interesting battle there. Also have a couple of decent other fights on the card. Do have Brendan Schwab against Matt Mitrione for the heavyweights, and then have a, I believe, a featherweight or a welterweight fight, which should be pretty decent as well there. There we go. Second barracks is going down, so it's definitely going to start committing to the Marauders early here. Doesn't get the early factory, so leads me to believe we might not see any sort of Thors or Battlecruiser, but we'll soon find out. His opponent is electing to scout. Opponent will easily get in there. Won't see anything overly special, but he does have 2 gas down. So that will give him a little bit of intel that he is going with gas-heavy units, maybe not a ton of Marines early. So should allow him a little bit of time to build up here. He's getting the command center down, so very well done there. And he's got 3 on the 1 gas, so fairly standard start for our opponent of Symbols here. He's getting a couple of Marines out nice and early here, so very well done there. Does have his scout in the base. His scout will be left untouched, and we'll hide him down here at the bottom. Oh, right at the ramp there. Okay, he's going to leave him right at the ramp. Soon find out if he elects to use that for anything, or we will just continue to scout for as long as he can until he does get chased out and the Marauder is out. That will be enough to get rid of that SCV. SCV will take off here, probably back to his own base, or might just elect to stay down here as long as he can. And it does look like he is going to retreat him, get him back to work at the other end of the map here. In the meantime, his command center just finishing up is going with the old 1-1-1 build here, as he does have the factory coming out. And I have to imagine Stargate will follow that right up into a Marine Marauder type build here by the looks of it. And we did actually end up getting the second barracks, so very well done there. Aren't going to wait for the factory to finish for the Stargate. We're going to go with 2 barracks nice and early here. In the meantime, still sticking on the 1 gas. Meanwhile, Barcode still committed to the 2 gas and all the barracks. So it does look like a very heavy Marauder will be his choice here, as he does elect to expand at the same time here. So very well done there. And is going to elect to take out these little rocks down here. Very well done. And we will just sit back and relax for a little bit, as nobody intends to head out anytime early here. And we do have 4 Marines on the field now. And the expansion is going to be used to macro the heck out of his first base here, as we'll get both of them rally pointed to the mineral line before he elects to fly that command center down to the bottom area and start walling off that ramp, I would have to imagine. And is getting out his 5th Marine. Take a look at the APM count. Now we have moved it right up to a respectable 42 to 26. Very well done there. Take a look at the units tab. We do have 2 Marauders to the 5 Marines, and mules have been dropped down by our good man Barcode. Very well done there. Like to see orbitals nice and early. Opponent does not have an orbital as of yet, but I have to assume we will see one pretty quick here. And there is the expected starport, as it is definitely a Marine Marauder type, or yeah, Marine Marauder type build here, and a Widowbind as well. Widowbind is a very good complement to the army here. So, pretty much straight Marines. And Widow Mines, nothing overly exciting so far out of symbols. But in the meantime, their Marauder count has gotten fairly high here. He is electing to take out the rocks to try and get a third out as well here. Has his Marauder count up to 5 now, so looking pretty good. I believe concussive shells should probably come out here pretty quick. Doesn't have any as of yet, but does have 3 tech labs if he elects to build them there. Engineer Bay does go down to help him get some turrets out, just in case he gets any sort of Banshee rush or any sort of Banshees nice and early here. Although we are at the 8-minute mark, so it won't be too much of a surprise here if the Banshees do make their way down the other end of the map. There we go. Expansion is ready to drop down. Has taken out the rocks, so he could elect to get a third at any point in time. Don't have any command center being built as of yet, though. And in the meantime there, it does look like we are going to put the Marauders down there, make sure they have nothing to interfere with. Have to imagine that rock wall will go down as well there, or the rock tower, to try to at least wall off his third base here. In the meantime, the opponent not doing too much, but does have his expansion down. He's not moving out, but does have a Widow Mine, so he is pretty much turtling this right up. I'd have to imagine the wall will slowly move its way down to the entryway here sometime. And we are finally getting ourselves some good old orbital commands. The 8-minute and 30-second orbital command, not too bad there, but does have one already on his main base. So there we are going to get the reactor down. So we can start spitting out some more medevacs. Does have 1 medevac on the field now. So 1 medevac, 9 Marines to the 11 Marauders. And yes, okay. Well, I will have to say I definitely have to give the win to Barcode. I don't think it's going to score overly high, as his opponent might have got called out by his mom. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, my congrats go to you, Barcode. My condolences to you, Symbols. I will leave you with this. Don't quit unless I tell you. The green hood flew over my roof yesterday. It had a pterodactyl attached to it. The car was in the driveway, though, and I had to go fall myself some trees. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.